A jury have been told there are 17 different circumstances which the prosecution says proves Iain Packer is the man who killed Emma Caldwell in 2005. Jurors heard the strangulation and murder of Emma Caldwell was the most horrifying chapter in a course of sexual violence spanning 2 decades.
Iain Packer denies 36 charges against him. His defence counsel said the 51-year-old didn't always behave well towards some women, but that doesn't make him guilty of murder. Brandon Cook was in court.
After a 2-day-long address to the jury, the prosecutor finished his closing speech shortly before midday. The advocate depute focused on the most serious charge facing Iain Packer, the murder of Emma Caldwell. The Crown Prosecutor says there are 17 separate circumstances which prove Iain Packer is the man who killed her. Emma Caldwell was last seen leaving Inglefield Hostel on the 4th of April 2005. The prosecutor said the accused Iain Packer went out with a purpose that night and that he was a problematic client of Emma's, and claimed he was an obsessive, violent user of Glasgow sex workers whose attacks on other women were categorised by choking. Emma was found strangled in what was described as extraordinarily remote woods 40 miles from Glasgow. Jurors were told Packer is a unique suspect, the only man known to have taken Emma there. The Crown said forensic science placed Packer at the scene. They describe it as utterly damning that soil samples taken from his van have a 97% chance of coming from an area just a few steps away from that random place where Emma's body was found. Richard Goddard KC said the strangulation and murder of 26-year-old Emma Caldwell was the most horrifying chapter in a course of sexual violence towards women which lasted more than 2 decades. The 51-year-old's defence KC, Ronnie Ranucci, asked jurors to put emotional feelings to one side and consider whether evidence is credible and reliable. In his closing speech, he cast doubt on many of the testimonies of many of the women. He put it to the jurors that some were mistaken or had accused the wrong man, and there were numerous doubts in the case. Iain Packer's defence counsel said, "This is a court of law, not morals." Mr Ranucci went on to say, "I do not stand here asking you to like him, but judge him fairly." Iain Packer's defence team said the accused didn't always behave well, but that doesn't necessarily make him guilty of murder. Iain Packer denies all the charges against him. The trial here at the High Court in Glasgow will continue tomorrow. Brandon Cook, STV News.